delegates, ladies and gentlemen, ARC Advisory Group welcomes all of you on second day of its 10th India Forum, Transforming Industry and Infrastructure through New Processes and Technologies in Hyderabad. Yesterday we had an excellent session and I'm confident we will have a very active session today also. So we will be starting our inauguration session. Now I would request Mr. Ganpati Raman, VP and General Manager of ARC Advisory Group, to give his welcome speech.
Good morning to you all. No, I'm not going to present. Myself, Ganapati Raman, ARC is India's new country manager. I joined ARC about 3 weeks back, and it's a great privilege and pleasure for me to welcome all of you for this ARC Advisory Group's 10th India Forum, Transforming Industry and Infrastructure through New Processes and Technologies. This 3-day program is structured in such a manner that information and technology is effectively disseminated and end users, solution providers and decision makers get an opportunity to interact and understand multiple perspectives and requirements. The formal inauguration is being done today. The program started yesterday. So we had an excellent session yesterday on the control systems and the cloud computing, led by 4 speakers with a panel discussion. Currently, India is going through a turbulent economic times impacting both the global and domestic markets. The depreciating rupee, rising inflation, and present political scenario, coupled with the economic crisis in the globe, is affecting industrial growth of India and GDP. However, as India is a developing country, and we will continue to grow in the coming years, maybe with a lot of effort. In order to sustain the market and achieve operational excellence, manufacturing companies need to adopt enabling technologies to enhance efficiency and productivity. This forum focuses on transformational and industrial automation technologies, namely analytics, cloud computing, mobility, asset performance management, control systems, cyber security, energy management, safety, and specialized tracks for electric power and process industry on Saturday. New technologies help companies retain vital knowledge, collaborate effectively with customers and suppliers, maintain operational excellence, achieve sustainability goals, and improve their processes to stay ahead of competitors. New technologies also play an important role in achieving efficiencies during the entire plant life cycle. Before we start the inaugural session, ARC would like to thank forum sponsors Rolta, TCS, Bentley, BHEL, L&T IES, P&F, Rockwell, Siemens, Celerant, Stiag, and our media sponsors A&D, Automation, Intech, and Prime, and our industry association sponsors AIA, ODVA, CIO Forum, ICC, PLC Open, and NCPU, and Forum Associate TechPro for their unstinting support. Of course, we thank all the delegates for participating in this program. I also request you to have a look at the ARC at a glance, which has been put in this delegate kit, which gives details about the worldwide and India studies available for the industry and end users being published by ARC. I am sure this forum will be a learning experience for all of us through knowledge sharing and networking with people. I would like to call upon the following dignitaries to light the traditional lamp and inaugurate the session. Mr. Vijayanand, Managing Director, APGENCO. Sir. Mr. Andy Chadha. Mr. Pankaj Desai from Rolta. Mr. Raghu Ayaswamy from TCS. And Mr. Nandakumar, Vice President AAA. like to thank all the dignitaries for inaugurating the program with traditional lighting of the lamp. I would also like to invite the following dignitaries to come to the dais so that we can have a group photographs. I request the dignitaries to be on the dais for a few more minutes. From Bentley, Mr. Amit Srivastav. Amit Srivastav, please. And BHL, Mr. Vishwanatha is there. Mr. Ananda, if he's not there, Mr. Ananda, please. L&T, Madam Divya Bhatt. P&F, Mr. Thampi Matthews. Rockwell, Mr. Srinath. Siemens, Mr. Samir Prakash. Celerant, Mr. Nicolo Colombo. Celerant, Mr. Nicolo Colombo, please. Stiag, Debashish Batra. And Tech Pro, Mr. Ramesh Babu. I would like to call upon Mr. Vijayanand, MD APGENCO, for his message. So before I invite him for the message, I would like to give a brief bio of Mr. Vijayanand. Mr. Vijayanand joined the IAS cadre in 1992, and his first posting was as assistant collector. Since then, he has worked in different parts of Andhra Pradesh in diverse projects. Previous assignments of Mr. Vijayanand include as collector, district magistrate, state project director, Bubradi project, and presently MD AP Transco. May I request Mr. Vijayanand to come to the desk for a message. Parallelly, I request Mr. Andy Chadha to give a bouquet to him.
A very good morning to all of you. See, actually, when Mr. Ganpat Raman and Mr. Ramesh Babu spoke to me to come and inaugurate this conference, I said, I think it is better people from industry should come and inaugurate this forum rather than me. But anyway, I thank them for giving me this opportunity. I appreciate ARC for organizing their India Forum at Hyderabad and transformation of industry and infrastructure through new process and technologies. Actually, this has started from yesterday. You had an excellent session yesterday, as Mr. Ganpat Raman has rightly said about he has set the tone for the entire forum for the next today and tomorrow. You know, already, you are aware of the contribution of ARC regarding the new practices and bringing together specialists, industrialists spread across the globe with different fields. If we look at the people who are here, people are from pharma, people are from metals, oil and gas, pharmaceuticals, cement, chemicals, petrochemicals, and of course electric power. So this with this wide range of people here, I feel that this is the forum where really you can exchange your views, you can discuss about the new innovations, particularly in process industries, and special focus on infrastructure to make the India to enable India to be in global competitiveness and also achieving sustainable development. See, you are aware these new process and technologies with sustainable value are required for infrastructure development. Any new initiative or process, you are all aware that it begins with modeling. And the application of modeling technique to enhance manufacturing process design, to scale up operations, to optimize, to accelerate process innovation and manage new technology risk. It also includes laboratory to industrial process workflows for reducing time to market for new developments. Of course, these are all the jargon, but what I feel is basically for an industry, any industry for that matter, if we look at the power industry, particularly in our case, finally, what we look at, the technology should be sustainable, economic, environmental friendly, and also it should reduce our cost. And whatever this technology should try to minimize, in our case, whether it is low fuel consumption or low station heat rate, or for that matter, low emissions. So like that, any other process industry has their own benchmarks, their own parameters. So I only expect that this kind of forums will try to discuss the issues relating to the new technologies and the way you can improve and help the industry in minimizing their costs and improving their efficiency. I wish this forum a grand success. And once again, I thank Mr. Ganpatraman for inviting me for this conference. Thank you.
So just a minute, sir. We'll just 1 second. We want to, Mr. Andy, would like to give a moment to, yeah, yeah, no. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I would like to invite our next speaker, Mr. Andy Chatha, President of ARC Advisory Group, to give a keynote presentation on transforming industry through new processes and technologies.
It gives us a great opportunity for all of us to share ideas, how we can progress together. And again, I want to thank Mr. Vijayanand for his inauguration and so forth. Yesterday, we had a great session. We talked about how, with the advent of the cell phone, that really leapfrogged Asia. In fact, actually ahead of the US and Europe. In fact, they are still catching up with the technology, with the penetration of the cell phone here. And I think I want to talk about some new technologies which I believe can help you leapfrog again. Now, let me see if I can advance the slide here. Yeah. Okay. In fact, when you take a close look, many industries are already being transformed. You know, in the US, this natural gas fracking is giving the US more gas than they can use right now. In fact, in 2020, many people are predicting that US will become self-sufficient in energy. I mean, nobody would have thought that would happen anytime soon. You know, we are seeing obviously the power industry being transformed with new technologies. You know, electric cars are transforming actually automotive industry. You know, you keep on going. You know, many industries are already being totally transformed. And I'll introduce you to actually the last item, Nest Learning Thermostat. A few months ago, a company in the US launched a new thermostat that's self-learning. It learns what temperature you like in the house, when you are in the house, and so forth. And in the process, in fact, they help you save energy and make you more comfortable. Right now, in the US and around the world, and here, there are literally hundreds of companies. They are coming up with new innovations, new products, and I think they will be helping us transform our businesses. Now, when you take a look at what your key assets are in the plant, you know, certainly the people, your most important asset. You have the plant equipment. To make it a little interesting, I called it things. Then you have information, and you have your systems, automation systems, you know, your business systems, and then you have your processes. I want to introduce you to one technology in each of these areas that will help you transform your business. Well, my favorites are social, cloud, analytics, and mobile. And these technologies, in fact, are not new. They've been around for a while already. You know, many of you are already communicating with your friends and families and colleagues over LinkedIn or Facebook and so forth. Cloud. I think yesterday I said, in fact, phone is the best example of cloud computing. When you dial that number, you know what happens somewhere out there. There are computers, there are servers, they are routing your call. It's happening in the cloud, somewhere out there. So in fact, cloud computing has been around for a long time as well. Analytics. Many of you, in fact, are using optimization algorithms, technologies to optimize your plant operations. That's a form of analytics, but right now that technology is much more advanced, that they will take you to the next level, and we'll talk more about that. Certainly, the mobile devices. And you know what they can do, and it's not only you can communicate with your colleagues and family, friends, and so forth. In fact, you will be communicating, or the machines and the devices will also be communicating with you and other devices as well. So I'll be talking a little more about each of these technologies over the next few minutes. Let's first talk about social technologies. In fact, right now, one of the big problems with productivity is us, especially in enterprises. You know, at home, you can very easily communicate with your colleagues and friends over the LinkedIn and Facebook and so forth. You go to work, and most companies, email is the only way you can communicate to other people. It's not a very good, effective way. It's not a very easy way. So we think we need to start with improving our own productivity. And when I say social technology, it's not that you use Facebook or LinkedIn. There are, in fact, literally a lot of companies right now. There is a whole new wave of companies coming that they can help you in your companies. Many of you may be already using SharePoint, or actually from SAP. They have tools as well, or Oracle, IBM, all of those technologies. In our view, implementing a robust collaboration platform within your company is essential to improving the productivity of your own people. So when we talk about social technologies, it's not just Facebook and LinkedIn. There are a lot of technologies that you can deploy within your own companies to help your people communicate around the globe. Cloud. Again, obviously we can talk about, we had a good discussion about cloud computing yesterday session. When it comes to cloud computing, you can think of actually a sort of architecture. You have your business systems. You may have a separate cloud for them. You have your engineering systems. You may have a separate cloud for them. You have your plant operations. You may have separate cloud for them. Again, as I mentioned to you, certainly, when it comes to cloud computing, you are not going to move your DCS or PLC or your automation systems products that are directly controlling the plant. They stay in the plant. However, you can move everything above the control products to the cloud. Just think about it. All this, all can help you leapfrog. Because many of you probably don't even have a MES system. So you can implement. You don't have to worry about it. You got something very simple. Now, certainly, some companies worry about, what do we do about security? But there are different kinds of cloud. Obviously, there is a private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, and so forth. But for most of you, when we are talking about cloud, we are really talking about private cloud. We are not talking about public cloud, especially public cloud may be okay for some small companies or something, but most major companies, essentially, it's no different than having your own data center. Having your own control room with all those servers. All you're doing is moving those servers in a private data center somewhere. Now, some of the benefits. If you go with a cloud solution, MES solution from a company that offers it, they are bringing best practices to you. Now, also, I would cite the example of the cell phone. We talk about if somebody said that you can buy this cell phone for 1 crore, or you can pay monthly 1,000 or 2,000 rupees. What would you take? In my view, right now, all of you can afford cloud. You may not be able to afford MES system, but you can afford cloud, you can afford monthly payments for this solution. How many of you, obviously one of the issue for every company is the availability, the maintenance, Right now, most companies, in fact, this is the case not just here, also in the US and Europe, companies have very difficult time attracting young people. People who have the IT expertise, because there are a lot of opportunities in the IT industry, because IT industry, in fact, is becoming such a mainstream. You can think of, I think of a data center like a power plant. You look in the world, we have a grid, power grid. You have the power plants feeding the grid. In my view, internet is no different. It's becoming a network, and data centers will be feeding all the information to it. And we want to simply use the internet. Cell phone is another network, that we have. So there are a lot of benefits when something goes down. And in fact, It's somebody else's problem to fix it. You don't have to worry about it. Obviously, standard system and custom systems. I tell you, today, or even actually 5 years ago, you do not want to implement a custom solution. You cannot maintain it. No company can maintain it. In fact, if any company has a custom system, they are trying to move. They can't maintain them. They are trying to move to standard systems. Obviously, as I said, you don't have to worry about it. You can't keep IT people. Manufacturing companies, you can't keep IT people these days because IT people, after a few months, they want the next challenge, and next challenge, and next challenge. So you don't want to worry about even hiring IT people. Always access to the latest solution. Right now, patching applications is a big headache for everybody because systems are becoming more complex. See, in the same way, the number one thing we are right now saying to customers is you want to simplify your automation systems, your plant systems, your IT systems. You don't want to worry about complexity. It's not that they are not complex. You want to let the experts worry about it. You want to simply use it just like you're using the cell phone. Certainly, I think you can benefit from a lot of best practices out there. There are risks and challenges. Everybody is worried about security. Yes, it is a concern, but you can get secure connections through technologies like VPN and SSL.